Hey everyone and welcome. So today we're going to dive deep, literally, into a piece of software that has been a total game changer for oceanography. It's called Ocean Data View, and it's this amazing, free tool that helps scientists make sense of that huge, complicated world hidden under the waves.
So let's just start with a huge question, right? How in the world do you even begin to map an entire ocean? And we're not just talking about the shape of the seafloor, we're talking about everything: temperature, saltiness, currents, all the life in it.
You see, for scientists, the ocean is a literal sea of data. I mean, every single day you've got thousands of instruments out there, research ships, these cool autonomous floats just drifting along, and they are all collecting just a flood of information. So honestly, the real challenge isn't getting the data, it's figuring out what it all means.
And this data, it comes in all shapes and sizes, you know? You've got these vertical profiles, which basically show you how things like temperature change as you go deeper. Then you have trajectories from ships crisscrossing the ocean. And you've got time series from buoys that are just anchored in one spot for years, constantly measuring. It's all totally different, and somehow you've got to make it all work together.
And yeah, you can't just pop this stuff into a standard spreadsheet. It would probably crash in a second. Scientists need a really specialized tool, kind of like a digital research ship, to navigate this flood of data and turn it into actual knowledge.
And that brings us to the hero of our story today, Ocean Data View, or ODV for short. This is the tool that so many researchers depend on to chart the seas.
Okay, so what is ODV? Well, it's an absolute game changer. For one, it's free. It's also incredibly powerful and, this is the best part, you don't need to be a coding genius to use it. It's designed to be super intuitive, which lets scientists focus on the science, not on fighting with the software.
All right, so to really get why ODV is so cool, we just need to wrap our heads around a couple of key ideas. Think of it as learning the basic language of ODV.
Okay, let's really slow down for this one because it's the absolute foundation of everything. The word is station. Let's spell that out. S-T-A-T-I-O-N. A station. So what is it? Put simply, a station is ODV's word for a single chunk of data. It's one set of measurements taken at one specific place at one specific time. So that could be a single profile from top to bottom, or just one data point from a ship that's on the move.
And then you have a collection. Let's say that one slowly too. C-O-L-L-E-C-T-I-O-N. And a collection is pretty much what it sounds like. It's where you gather all your individual stations. So think of it like your main project folder. If you were on a research cruise for a month, all the data you collected, every single station, would all live together inside one ODV collection.
Okay, so once you have all your data neatly organized into stations and collections, that's when the real magic starts to happen. Let's take a look at how ODV makes the invisible parts of the ocean totally visible.
Right off the bat, one of ODV's superpowers is creating these amazing maps. You can instantly plot something like sea surface temperature across an entire ocean. Or what about the salinity 1,000 meters down? Bam, done.
But you can also slice the ocean right open. ODV lets you literally draw a line across the map, connecting different data stations, and it creates what's called a section plot. This gives you this incredible cross-section view, showing how things like oxygen levels change with both depth and distance. It's seriously like an MRI for the ocean.
And here's the best part. All these incredible visuals aren't just stuck inside the software. ODV makes it super simple to export your maps and plots as high-quality images, all ready for your next big presentation or that scientific paper you're writing.
But wait, there's more. ODV isn't just a fancy way to make plots. It's got a seriously powerful engine under the hood that helps scientists find even deeper insights.
And this is where things get really, really clever. ODV can calculate something called derived variables. Now, these are super important things that you can't actually measure directly with an instrument. Instead, you calculate them from the things you did measure, like temperature and salinity. And ODV just does it for you, automatically, using the latest international science standards.
So what does that mean in practice? Well, with just a few clicks, a researcher can calculate something with a crazy name like the Brunt-Väisälä frequency. Yeah, it sounds complicated, but it's a super important measure of how stable the water is. It tells you how easily different layers of water can mix. And that's a total game changer for understanding everything from how nutrients get to plankton to how the deep ocean stores heat.
Now, when it comes to looking at your data, you've basically got two choices. You can look at the raw, original data points, which is awesome for seeing exactly what was measured and where,
Or you can create what's called a gridded field to see the bigger picture. So what in the world is gridding? Okay, let's slow this one down to Gridding. Gridding. Think of it like this. Your data points are scattered all over the map, right? Instead of just playing connect the dots, the software intelligently fills in all the empty spaces. It uses these really smart mathematical techniques to estimate the values in between your measurements, and that's what creates those beautiful, smooth, continuous maps that we love to see.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the how. Let's wrap things up by talking about the why. I mean, why does this piece of software actually matter? How does it help us understand our planet?
Well, the impact is just massive. Scientists are using ODV every day to track ocean warming and the effects of climate change. They use it to map the nutrients that fuel entire marine ecosystems. They use it to figure out the massive ocean currents that control our climate, and to investigate how the ocean is absorbing CO2 from the air. It's really at the very heart of modern ocean and climate science.
And that brings us right back to the core idea behind ODV, and it's captured perfectly in this quote from the user guide. It's all about making data analysis accessible to everyone. It puts these incredibly powerful tools into the hands of any researcher anywhere in the world, empowering them to explore and to discover.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought. We now have just enormous amounts of ocean data, and we have a tool like Ocean Data View to explore it all. It just makes you wonder, what incredible secrets about our planet are still locked away in all those numbers, just waiting for the right person to create the right visualization to finally reveal them?